Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for watching the Brand New Media show today. If you watch part 1 and part 2, we've been talking about the Living Healthy series, and last week we talked about the non-tab ways to lower your blood pressure, and we have Dr. Hiramalini Seshadri here with us today. She'll be talking about part 3, and she's gonna give us a brief on the non-tab ways to lower your blood pressure. Welcome to the show, Dr. Hiramalini.
Thank you, Brenda. A very good evening from Singapore.
Thank you. So will you give us a brief on the part 1 and part 2 of non-tab ways to lower your blood pressure, and then just move right on into what our subjects today with lowering your blood pressure?
Okay, so just to recap, what did we speak of in part 1 and part 2? Number 1, diet, go veg, go meat less, or at least as less as possible of meat, less of salt, sugar and oil. Add spices like ginger, garlic, turmeric, cinnamon. Eat more of fruits and fiber. And if you must eat meat, non-vegetarian, have fish. The 3 F's, fruit, fiber and fish. A good breakfast would be bananas, oats with honey, and a power sandwich, which I've spoken about earlier. Reduce your weight, weigh less. Go walking, do the yoga, sun salutation, gardening, grow your own vegetables, dancing, singing. All these are good activities. You need rest as well. If you have difficulty with sleeping, there's a shavasana in yoga, and a small siesta midday would help you. Okay? And if you can't help cheating and you must eat meat, then you must eat a lot more vegetables and check your numbers, check your blood pressure, check your cholesterol, and see your doctor.
Okay, tell us what the numbers should be.
Yeah, ideally less than 120, the top number, and less than 80, the lower number. Right, and then Brenda, you were very curious to know about the breathing techniques, right? So we'll get to that.
We're going to go right into the breathing techniques.
Today I'm going to discuss the ways by which we ourselves can take charge and bring our blood pressure down. Now, we can't tell the heart beat slower, bring the blood pressure down, but we do have control over our breathing. And we know today that if we breathe slowly, then the blood pressure comes down. That's one fundamental principle. Another is that if we experience positivity in the heart, really feel positivity in the heart, then blood pressure, heart rate, your entire physiology becomes very healthy. So first, let's go to the breathing rate.
Okay.
For beginners, I would say, and if you've been just told that you have a slightly high blood pressure, when you get up first thing in the morning, instead of just leaping out of bed, sit back for about 5 minutes, maybe. Just practice slow, deep breathing. Okay? Now, I'm a big fan of a doctor called Dr. Andrew Weil. Andrew as in Prince Andrew. And he has incorporated a lot of yoga, Indian yoga, in his advice to patients. And he has popularized what is known as the 4-7-8 technique. What's that? You breathe into a count of 4, okay, through your nose, all right? And you put the tongue in a yogic position that is just behind your front 2 teeth, behind it, okay?
Okay.
And then you, to a count of 7, you hold the breath. So breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4, and to a count of 7, hold it, and then you firstly breathe out like you're blowing a balloon for a count of 8. 4, breathe in, 7, hold, 8, breathe out as if you're blowing a balloon. If you just do this about 4 times morning and 4 times at night, he says that's good. And just increase it to maybe 8 cycles of this, not more than that. The beauty is if you do it for about 2 months, you'll find that your numbers come down. Your blood pressure, both the higher reading and the lower reading both come down. Okay? So, and we have a link to his YouTube video, which I think
Yes.
Brenda, you can
Yes,
share
we have a
with
link
viewers.
to Dr.
Right.
Yes,
Okay.
we have a link to
So
that.
that they can, get the information from the horse's mouth, so to speak. All right. Now, America is a country that loves technology, a device for everything. Okay. So there is a device as well for those who want it to help you breathe slow. It's a small little device called the Respirate. I'm sure there are other brand names too, maybe. Okay. What it does is, and I'm quoting a letter from Mayo Clinic to somebody who wrote in asking, how does this work? They say it's approved by the FDA and it does reduce stress and blood pressure. It's a small little device. It has chest sensors which can sense your breathing. And then it sends real-time information to this little device, which then plays a melody. And the beat will obviously be slow. And you just breathe to it. You breathe, keeping pace, keeping rhythm with the rhythm of the music. Then you'll end up breathing slow. And that brings your blood pressure down. What a lovely way. Use music to bring your blood pressure down, the rhythm. Now, I don't know if you've heard of a disease called Parkinson's, you must have.
Yes.
Now, Parkinson's people have difficulty in walking. And there we find that if you use marching music, as the marching music, they walk better. So here we're using slow rhythm music to help you breathe slow and thereby bring your blood pressure down. Okay? So those who like technology and devices can go in for this. It's a one-time investment and long-term benefit. Do it, they say, 3-4 times a week for about 15 minutes. Not a bad deal.
All right. And let's go about the laughter yoga.
Yes, laughter yoga. Do you know you can laugh your blood pressure down? What is laughter after all? It is actually breathing out, isn't it? When you laugh, ha, ha, ha. It's all breathing out with sound, with mirth, with fun, with joy. In fact, it's like your mind and all your serious thinking will go for a 6 when you laugh.
Yes, we should laugh every day, right? We should do laughter every day.
It's like rebooting, like your computer doesn't work. What do? You put it off and put it on, right? Huh?
Right.
So this is something like rebooting the system. We don't know how exactly it works, but sure it does. We have enough studies to show that it works. In India particularly, it's very popular. We even have laughter clubs,
Okay.
People meet in the morning and you can hear real belly laughter. Okay. Is there any contraindication? Now, some asthmatics, if they laugh, they can set off a wheeze. So they have to be a little careful. And if you have a hernia or something, you shouldn't be laughing, a belly laugh. But if you don't have these two problems, then it's a nice way of getting your blood pressure down. Okay. And then, so these are the breathing techniques that can help. Okay. That's some simple breathing techniques.
And positive feeling in the heart always bring your blood pressure down also. Is that correct?
Right. Now, positive thought won't do. Just thinking in your head won't do. You could experience that feeling in the heart. Okay? And all positive feelings are love-based. Gratitude, forgiveness, compassion, love. Okay? You feel this in the heart. So here again, people who are happy to believe and practice it, they will find the benefit themselves. But if you want some proof, you want a device again, there is an institute which I have referred to in my earlier talks. It's called the Heart Math Institute, the Institute of Heart Math. They've come out with a brilliant device, which actually won a People's Choice Award, I'm told. It's called the M-Wave Personal Stress Reliever. Okay? And what's more, recently we've had a study published in a peer-reviewed journal where they studied hypertensives, and with the use of this device, they really found quite a good difference in the blood pressure. They could bring it down.
Okay.
Now, how does this work? We've only heard of the heart as a pump, something that pumps blood. But no, the heart also has nerve cells. So we speak of heart intelligence these days. And the heart is literally the heart nerve center of your body. It connects to all parts of the body as well as the brain, okay, through the nerves, through hormones, through chemicals, electromagnetically, and as it beats, there's a mechanical pulse wave as well. Okay, and what they have found is that when you feel this positivity in the heart, the way the heart beats, it becomes very coherent. They speak of something called coherence, which is pro health, pro ease. And if your heart is beating incoherently, then it's pro disease. Okay.
Okay.
And this device converts that into a little signal. It looks, actually the device is small. It looks like maybe your mobile phone. I think you have a picture of that so that
Yes.
your viewers know what it looks like.
Yes.
Okay. And so this heart coherence, you can see it as a wave on the screen. If it's sort of irregular, then that means you're not doing good. Okay, and it's red in color. As you start feeling this positivity, you focus on the heart area, you imagine you're breathing through the heart and you feel love, or you feel gratitude, you feel forgiveness. And then you will find that on the screen, that little wave shows that your heart is going into coherence. Instead of an irregular a diagram, you will get a nice sine wave. That's there too in the paper that I have sent you.
Okay.
And this is proven now to work. Okay? So what's the advantage of using something like this? There's no side effects. Okay? No side effects to speak of. It's a one-time buy. You don't have to buy it again and again. Okay? And the Heart Math Institute is a no-profit kind of institute. So there. So it's not like a commercial thing trying to make money out of you.
Okay.
So this is something I'm sure in the years to come it'll be quite popular. Okay? Now the very word hypertension means tension can make it worse, right?
Right. So, Dr. Hiramalini,
lost it.
We're gonna take a break. You hold that thought. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, you're going to pick up from that, okay? We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show, and we're going to let Dr. Hiramalini Seshadri continue her discussion on high blood pressure, and she's going to pick up where she left off. Sudden tensions, acute stress. What did it do?
Okay, so suppose you've had a bad day and you've lost it, you're really angry, mad. Is there a quick fix? Yes. This is what you should do if you're really feeling that bad. You move away from that place of anger or rage. And then if you can't lie down, at least just sit back, close your eyes, and do some slow breathing. Watch your thoughts, okay? Now, this is something that in yoga they call pratyahara, that is withdrawing. You learn to watch your mind. So you watch your mind, okay, my mind is angry, my mind is, upset. So you're watching your mind. You're not your mind, you're watching it. Just like a mother watches a child who's throwing a tantrum. Okay? So don't go too close to your mind to be attached to it, at a little distance. So watch it and you'll find that it'll settle down. Okay? That's like a quick tip. In the long term, what do? Every day before you go to bed, have a warm shower. Do you know a warm shower can bring down blood pressure?
Okay.
It doesn't have to be a jacuzzi and steaming. No, just a warm shower. And then sit on that throne there in the loo. Okay? And do what I call mental housekeeping. Ask yourself, was I upset today about anything? Was I angry? And then if you wear, think about it and try and forgive that other person who sort of, needled you. If you can't forgive, start counting your blessings. Gratitude first to the Lord. I can see, I can hear, I don't have paralysis, I don't have cancer, I have food to eat, I have a roof over my head. Count your blessings, you'll feel better. And forgive. Feel compassion. Okay?
Okay.
This, you do it daily on a long-term basis. You'll find that you will not lose it as frequently as you do nowadays. Okay? Then there's something else. As mentioned earlier, meditation. This is going inwards. Okay? You shut out the world, just bring down the blinds, close your eyes. Every morning, spend at least 5 to 10 minutes, just watch your breath, nothing else. And you will find that over time, this benefits you greatly. You'll find that you're far more calmer, more peaceful, and your blood pressure readings do come down. In fact, the American Heart Association approves of transcendental meditation as a means of reducing blood pressure. Okay? Then,
let me ask you this question. Okay, what are some of the things that cause your blood pressure to go up? Just mention a few.
Yeah. Since we're talking about stress, anger, violence, hate, anything fearful, basically we have only two emotions, love and hate and fear. So anything that promotes fear will push your blood pressure up. Okay. I'm talking only of the mental part now. Okay? Now, especially women, when they come to see me for high blood pressure, no matter which continent they're from, they're always worried about the children. Will my daughter get it? Will my son get it? And this is where I have something to share for all, but particularly the African American community. Because we know beyond doubt now that childhood trauma can result in pressure early in life. Toddlers, little children, older children, teenagers who've been subjected to hatred, violence, verbal abuse, physical abuse, sexual abuse, they are the ones who end up with high blood pressure early in adulthood. And if they're girls, they can have trouble during pregnancies and so on. Now, so this is something the community has to take charge of. If you want the next generation.
How can we prevent this?
A suggestion that has come up is, in America, you have a 2-day weekend. So on Saturdays, if you make Saturday a community day, where around 4 in the evening, all who are free get together and cook a nice, healthy meal. Okay? And everyone comes, grandpas, grandmas, moms, dads, children, teenagers. Okay? There are a few don'ts. No alcohol, no smoking, no swearing. Okay? No bad language. And you start off with maybe somebody can share jokes. There'll be music, there will be dancing, and everybody will break bread together. Everybody will wash up and clean up the place together. And then the young gentleman will escort all the older people, girls, children back home. Everyone will come well dressed, of course. That's also important. There's a dress code. In other words, it's everyone learning to be kind and good to each other, being really gentlemanly, being really ladylike. Okay? Okay. So it promotes a kind of a safe and secure environment for little children, for everyone to be in at least once a week.
A nice, happy gathering with family, friends, for enjoyment, laughter.
So morning to 9 at night is more than enough. But this will heal the community. And community means just a neighborhood. All right? So this is something that has been suggested, and I thought we must discuss it on this show so that people get thinking, and they can embroider it the way they want. And in India, in yoga, in fact, the first step is called yama, and this refers to societal behavior. They say, do not lie, do not steal, okay, do not be greedy, do not hoard, and the fifth is very important, non-violence. Not just physical, sexual as well. They advocate. So this is particularly important because when they're analyzing the young adults with high blood pressure, particularly women, they shouldn't get it high blood pressure at a young age. But if there's a history of all this trouble, all this trauma in childhood, they suffer high blood pressure much more, you see. So helping the girl child grow secure in a safe environment and get education, this is very important. So blood pressure it's not just something you solve with tablets and pills. Okay, it's so much more to do with the way you live, the way the society around you is. Okay, all this has a part to play. Okay, so in summary, what are the non-taboo ways to lower blood pressure? Eat less. Okay, meat less, probably, or at least less of meat. Certainly less sugar, less salt, less oil. Go vegetarian in a big way. Veggies, way less. Okay, become lighter, light-hearted and light in weight, both ways. Okay.
Okay.
Move more. Shake a leg. Dance. Breathe right. Meditate. Will certainly help you. Love more. Care and share more. Remember the chair walk we spoke about last time, where you don't just go for a mindless walk. You carry a sandwich, something for somebody at the other end. Laugh more. Okay? So all this will help you lower your blood pressure in far more ways that than you can ever imagine. You see? So hypertension is all about reducing, managing it is about reducing tension in all aspects of your life.
Okay, that sounds really good. Is it anything that you would like to say before we wrap this up?
Yes, I hope you never get blood pressure problems. Okay? Start following these lifestyle changes. Yeah. And definitely you'll find that whatever happens in life, you're able to face it far more graciously, far more joyfully, and with good health. All right?
Right.
So as long as the viewers have understood that blood pressure doesn't mean popping a pill, this chat show would have been worth it. There's so many things that we can do ourselves to help ourselves. And as a community, that's very important, because you must always think about the children who are growing up. Give them that right, secure, safe environment. That's eminently possible. Right?
Right.
And is there any other question that you would like to ask us?
Well, thank you. There are so many people that's on medication, but if they do these things, there's a possibility that they can get off of their medication. When they go back to the doctor's office, the doctor would say, "Oh, wow, I see you have changed your eating patterns. I see your blood pressure is really great now. So what have you been doing?" So this is great suggestions for the people to get off of their pills. If they do these things, we all can change. We all can be living healthy if we do the right things. In summary of the non-tab ways to lower your blood pressure, I just want to give a summary of the things that Dr. Hiramalini Seshadri mentioned. That's eat less. We don't have to eat a whole lot of food. Just eat just eat less. Meat less. You don't have to eat, we can eat more fish instead of red meat. If you eat red meats, just eat a lot of vegetables. Eat a lot of green vegetables. I know I eat a lot of leaves. I eat a lot of green onions. I eat a lot of green apples. I eat a lot of vegetables. Sugarless, not a lot of sweet people. Come on, not so much cake, not so much candy. If you eat, I guess a little, or just totally no sugar. You need no sugar. You can use honey. I use honey a lot. Saltless. You don't need a lot of salt on your food. Do away with salt. We're trying to live healthy here. You need no salt on your food. Alleviate the salt. Go vegetables. Of course, we know to eat lots of vegetables. We need vegetables in our system. Our body is like a car. Like you need oil for a car. Our body need vegetables, okay, to make it to live healthy, weightless. Move more, move around, get off of that couch. We have a lot of people being a potato couch. Are you a potato couch? Oh, get off the couch, move around, dance. Dance more. I love dancing. I love shaking a leg. That give us a lot of energy. It's lots of fun. Put some good music on. Meditate. Oh, it's so nice to meditate. I love going to the park to meditate. I love nature. It's a great way to meditate and breathe right. It's a YouTube, Dr. Andrew Will, that will be at the bottom of the link that you can watch to see how to breathe right. Laugh more. I love jokes. I love to laugh. That's a good way, Dr. Hiramalini says, to lower your blood pressure. Laugh more, care more, and also share more. Living healthy, people, living healthy. Good night, everyone.